so glad the chili cook-off's back. I love chili. I'm allergic to meat and beans though, but other than that, I love chili. I'm so glad Jesus came back from the dead, you guys. Am I the only one? Because it validated everything he did before that. And like, I could only imagine how relieved Jesus' public relations people were when they realized that the stone had been moved, because that just made their job so much easier. They're just sweat off their brow. I bet they came in so smug to the next press conference. They just came in like, sat down. What was that you said about heresy? That's probably, he came back from the dead, like, that's probably how he got that awesome marketing deal. Because they just wrote a couple books and then compiled it into one, and now it's the best-selling book of all time, and the most stolen book of all time. So they really take care of you when you come back from the dead. They know how to take care of you. I do have one complaint with God, though. I don't know why he put both of our breathing stations next to each other, because I think it'd be so much more fun if we had a breathing station on our foot or something, and then we could like go to the pool and do handstands for hours and it wouldn't matter. I'm not saying I know better than God, but I'm just saying we would have more fun at the pool if hashtag Tommy 2020. Also, I don't like how easy it is to suffocate. Like all someone has to do is go like this for a minute, and then game over. You're done. You can't breathe anymore. Like, I want the safety of one on my foot. So like, if someone's choking me or like whatever, I got a breathing station on my foot. Some of you guys know I'm an only child. Yeah, that deserves no applause. My parents are in the audience, actually.
Woo!
Yeah, don't applause because you don't know what I'm about to say.
I figured. Yeah.
They're good people, but
that but.
Why I'm an only child, because all my friends had friends that were siblings, and I was like, why don't I have that? And they're like, because you were a horrible baby. Like, you know what that does to a person psychologically? Like, it makes people want to go on stage and make people laugh. It makes you. I asked why I was like such a horrible baby, and they were like, well, when we left you alone for like a second, you would just scream and cry. And I was like, well, what does that tell you, though? I don't like to be alone. So they were like, he doesn't like to be alone? Let's leave him alone for the rest of his childhood. And give him a brother or sister. That's how my childhood was. There's a game called Padiddle. Does anyone know what that is? Padiddle? Yeah. Oh, really? I wasn't expecting anyone knowing what that was. That's awesome. So if you don't know, it's a game. It's a road game, and if you see a light out on on a car, you touch the roof and say "Padiddle." And a girl told me about this, and I was like, "Oh, that's fun." Like, it was a cute little game we played with each other, whatever. And then a couple weeks later, I was in my friend Jake's car, and I saw "Padiddle," and I said "Padiddle," and then he just didn't say anything. And I was like, "Hey, Jake." I don't know if you heard, but I just got a padiddle, and that means you're losing and I'm a winner. I'm winning. And he was like, yeah, is that game that if you see a light out on a car, the other person has to take an article of clothing off? I was like, what? Because that's how you actually have to play, like the real game. But the girl didn't tell me about that part. Obviously, she left that part out. And it would have completely altered our relationship, so say that. But it made me realize that you can make any game into a strip game. Like strip Bible trivia. No one can get mad at that, by the way, because we're all supposed to be naked in the first place. So. But it made me realize, like, I was trying to think of other games that would be fun to strip. And I thought football would be fun. Because, like, after every touchdown, someone has to take off a piece of equipment, and so like the game would just get more dangerous at every touchdown. So that's what I thought. That's toughness. That's toughness to play football without equipment. I think as a culture and like a species, we're just getting less and less tough. Like the cavemen, they were like slaying dragons and stuff, but now
Were they?
Now we're like scared to watch movies when we're kids, and like I don't know. I just think we're getting less tough, and it made me think like maybe not my kids, but my kids' kids might not get to experience the pain of a paper cut. Because if the Office has taught us anything, the TV show, it's taught us that Michael is the lovable narcissist, Ryan is the new guy, Kevin likes to eat, and the paper business is dying. So we might not have paper like in 50 years. So like that made me really sad because I think paper cuts are really important in the development of a kid because it helps prepare them for life as an adult. Like, because when you get a paper cut when you're a kid, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that they could do this. I didn't know that this could even happen. And then when you grow up, like taxes happen, and you're like, oh, I didn't know this could happen. And you're like, oh, that's okay, because that's what paper cuts. I've already had this feeling before, and I've overcome it before. So we can work through this. Yeah, like. So taxes are the paper cuts of adulthood. Who knew paper could be so sinister? Sinister Paper is the title of my childhood memoirs, by the way. It's not really.
Sinister Paper.
I'm at college, some of you guys know. I'm on spring break right now. I'm sure you guys could tell by the sunny beaches and girls in bikinis outside. You know, some people like to go to Myrtle Beach for their spring break, but I like to come to wintry West Virginia? Where am I? Wintry Western Pennsylvania and do comedy in the church. So that's I think it's two sides of the same coin, honestly. But yeah, so I think college is insanely overrated because you could learn anything in a classroom on like the internet. So largely, it doesn't seem like it needs to be had. But and another little thing about this is, I don't know how funny this will be, but it's something I thought about college. College is the only thing that you work really hard and pay for. In the real world, you work really hard and get paid. So the whole thing just doesn't make sense. But I did learn one thing in college, and it wasn't in the classroom, but I learned one thing. It's that if I'm going to get married, she's going to be hot. Because going to college made me realize how many attractive females are in the world, and one of them has to be weird enough to get with me. Okay, thank you very much.